Hi everyone, in this video I'm going to show you quickly how to make the knit stitch in crochet. So you will always want to start with a single crochet for the foundation. So I just quickly made a small loop of single crochets. You want to make sure your single crochets are fairly loose, and you'll see why in just a second. So I joined my round, I'm chaining up one. So normally we would crochet in this space here. For the knit stitch, we are still going to make a single crochet, but the placement will be a little different. So here is the single crochet in the last round, and you see it forms a V. We are actually going to make our stitch in there. And this is why it's important to make your stitches fairly loose, because the stitch can get really tight really quick. So there we made our stitch in the V. Here's our next stitch. You can see it forms a V. We are going to make our stitch in there. And this one I made a little tight so you can tell, because we're going right into the center of that previous single crochet. So here's our next stitch. We're going to make a single crochet right into the middle of there. And that is basically it. So the knit stitch, it's also called the waistcoat stitch, is basically single crocheting just in the center of that V that a single crochet makes. So there you can see the V. And it's also a good idea to up your hook size if you are having problems with how tight the stitch is. So this is a super bulky weight yarn. I'm using an 11.5 millimeter hook. I'm also a fairly loose crocheter, so you may even want to use a larger hook if you are using a super bulky. For a worsted weighted yarn, I would probably use a K hook. Normally I would use an H or an I for a worsted weight, just because like I said, these stitches can get really tight. So that is basically it. You just crochet, single crochet into the center, and then you will see that they will start to stack up on top of each other and they will look like knit. So here I have a pumpkin that I made with the knit stitch. You can see all the V's lined up on top of each other to look like knit. And then here is actually a knitted version of that. So all the loops or the V's are stacked up on top of each other. So they look kind of similar. This I used a much bigger hook than this needle size. So you can tell there's a size difference, but the stitches are pretty similar. I hope this video was helpful. If you enjoy crochet tutorials, please subscribe to my channel, and thank you so much for watching.